You guys will probably notice that I'm riding the another bike. This is the GSXR SRAD 750, 1999. This is Epic Sax Productions' own personal vehicle, and it's time to do a first test ride on it. Mr. Epic Sax himself is right there in front of us, and he's riding my bike, the Suzuki SV1000 S, so I can test ride his bike. So we'll just go for a ride. I thought I was recording earlier, but I think the center battery is dead. I'm trying this all over again, and I've said many things while I thought I was recording, and I'm just gonna try and reiterate them. Epic Sax is dual vlogging with me right now, and he's just keeping quiet for some reason. Yeah, there he is.
Here I am.
There he is.
You were just talking about the bike and some of the history.
Yeah, and I went through so much, and now I can't even remember.
SRAD 750.
SRAD 750. Back in the day, some would argue that this is probably the start of the true superbike, supersport era, when these things became fuel injected, and that was when Suzuki started ramping up their technology with the SRAD stuff, and this definitely sets up all the modern day Gixxers, the 750s, the 1000s. So this bike in its own right is already a legend, and since it is a 1999, it's got its own quirks already developing. Some of the throttling issues, I'm not sure what that would be. It probably has some dirty throttle bodies or whatsoever, but this is a very fast bike. They designed this bike to just basically eliminate and destroy the other 750 bikes in its class, and I do believe back in '99 it did get the Supersport Bike award for the year.
Bike of the year, yeah.
So yes, definitely a legend. And it was
rudimentary fuel injection.
Yeah.
Annual choke.
Yeah.
Metal valve.
Yes. Back when they were getting the chokes all figured out. Yes. So this is a great bike. If you could keep this well maintained and you know, fix all the little odds and ends, this will run forever, and I'd put this against any of the newer class 750s, because just riding this thing feels so fast. And some of the big concerns about these bikes at the time was their brakes. They over-engineered the 6-pot caliper brakes, which turned out to be well, not so well done. So people have been known to upgrade them to 4-pots off of newer Gixxers or SV1000s.
Right.
But we've done all our best with the brakes on these. We put on braided lines, rebuilt the calipers, and I gotta say, there's nothing wrong with these. This brakes really well, and wow, this thing loves to turn. Definitely way too much bike for my skill level. As you can see, I'm not even pushing it here, around here. Oh, loves to lean.
What do you got in front of you?
So it definitely has some quirks, but that's due to the age of the bike. Look at this thing just handle. Wow.
I like the way it turns around the corners. For sure.
This is really nice.
I can't even push it.
Oh, what the frig? Local traffic only.
Alright, turn around.
Oh, gravel. Okay, one thing, the throttle is like instant. It's almost like it's on or off.
Yeah.
It's really difficult to modulate. So I'm clutching in all the time, just in case I get into some situations. What's the top speed on these things rated at?
Supposed to be like 265, 270?
270. Yeah.
An hour? Yeah. I don't know if it would do it being this old, but
I think it would.
that's 200 pretty easily.
It's got D&D exhaust right now.
Yep.
Yeah, and it sounds awesome.
Yeah, it's got that nice deep tone to it.
Yeah,
Not too obnoxious.
yeah. I think I'm gonna be a little bold in saying that this bike is faster than my SV1000, and also faster than the previous FZ1 bike that I test rode.
I don't know about that.
I think it is.
Hey?
I think it is. The way this thing carries, oh, it just feels that way though. It just wants to go. I think the flywheel on this thing is super light.
Yeah.
It so wants to rev and rev fast.
Yeah, it does for sure. Built to rev really. It's not, bikes aren't really meant for tootling around town. But
Yeah, that's right. It's fun, man. One thing though, it doesn't pull out a corner as fast as that bike.
Oh god, no.
Yeah, you gotta really wind this up and stay up in the higher RPM. But no, it's nothing, not a knock on it. At least it's no 600 class. This is it has a good combination of power and where the power wants to be. Okay, I gotta say too, I used to be afraid of this bike.
Yep.
I used to be scared to ride this bike. I mean, it is definitely feels more sportier. Just because it wants to rev.
Yeah, this bike wants instant power.
Yeah, I couldn't catch you.
You don't even have to drive. Complete torque.
Yeah, this is very gradual until it hits its power band.
That's like a high revving sports car. You really gotta mind it.
Oh gosh.
Keep the RPM up there, it'll go.
And it wants to keep the RPM up there.
Yeah, it's happy that way for sure. Yeah, cam profiles, I think, it's high wheel weight. Saving mass weight.
This is a lot of fun. This is a lot of fun. I can probably
It's your bike yet.
There is one thing. I'm actually just after I don't know how many minutes we've been riding, probably half an hour, maybe more. I am feeling the aches and pains. I feel like I'm, even with the risers, I feel like I'm putting a lot of weight on the bars. Granted, we've been going downhill a lot.
Yeah.
So that's probably it. But yeah, this may not be a good long distance motorcycle for me, anyways. For a guy my stature, maybe for Matt, who's much taller, it'll be bigger.
That's not so bad. I still get sore after long rides, but
Yeah. How does the bike feel? How's
bike
mine?
feels great. Yeah, I like it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Your hands aren't numbing?
No.
My throttle hand will always numb on that thing.
Was on my bike a little bit. I find there's
Yeah.
a lot of vibration in my bars actually.
Yeah.
Maybe it's just me putting weight on it. I don't know. Let's keep going. Nice.
Yeah, see that? Oh man, I can't modulate the throttle. It's like woo, woo.
Very touchy throttle.
It is.
I've tried. Yeah.
You gotta be on your clutch hand. And also another thing too, the clutch is very stiff. that's probably why my hand is getting really weak
Yeah, the pull
right
is
now.
quite
The
hard.
pull is quite hard for my liking. I think I'm getting really spoiled by the hydraulic clutch of the SV. That's right. That's too bad. There really isn't anywhere I can open this thing up around here.
Yeah, that's pretty gross.
But I don't think we'll have to prove anything. I think this bike is fast. I think this bike is fast.
I'd like to have you open it up somewhere. Try it.
I think these bikes are supposed to do 10.5 quarter mile times. 10.5. So it's definitely faster than the SV. Definitely faster than the FZ1.
I'm reading high 10.
Huh?
But it really depends.
I mean, it may not be able to do it now,
Yeah.
but maybe back when they're brand new and
Tired. Good rider.
yeah.
Maybe. Tank really hot yet?
That's another thing too. Since it's a cool day, I'm not feeling it as much, but the tank does get hot.
Yeah.
Between your legs, totally. I don't experience that on the SV, but I do experience a lot of heat coming onto my legs on my SV. But this one's right between your legs. No, there's no opening this up. Not in these roads.
Where's the wind?
Alright, that was a very enjoyable ride. I think we'll just end it at that.
I enjoyed it too.
You know, if this bike wasn't experiencing so many old gremlins related to old bikes like this, we've had some issues with the fuel tank leaking because of the gasket, the poor design of the fuel pump gasket on these things. It's pretty hard to not get frustrated with the bike, but it's a wonderful bike. It's just getting old.
Yep. Aren't we all?
That's right. But like I was saying, if you have a perfectly good running SRAD 99 fuel injected, I would hold on to it, because look at this good looking bike. One thing we forgot to mention, when we put the apex risers on, it didn't clear the stock fairings anymore. So it would actually hit the fairing because it went all the way up here and had some brackets that goes to the front of the tank here. So what we had to do was Matt purchased an eBay front fairing, and we just made some cuts, cut the windscreen, and now it clears perfectly. And I kind of prefer this look even more. It's actually so much nicer. Yeah, so much nicer looking than stock. I mean, for purists, they'd probably cringe at the thought of cutting up stock fairings, but we made it look as good as we can, and I think it deserves some credit, because the bike looks wonderful. It is a good looking bike. Having said that, that's the end of our first ride, and say goodbye to this ride, and I'll be riding my bike back. Right, Mr. Epic Sax?
I think so. Thank you very much. Kind words.
That was
hopefully we can have you open it up at some point.
yeah, on the highway somewhere. There's
somewhere on the way home. We'll find
yeah. All right, let's do the sub D thing, and then you close off the camera by going like that. You be my club. There you go. Bye. Holy sh! Everything's up top. Holy. Very nice.